Hello, my fellow students. I'm going to teach you a valuable skill today. It's how to pass the Discord Moderator exam. Now, this is a very rigorous exam that requires years and years of training, and usually you should practice beforehand, but worst case Ontario, you just practice while you're doing the exam. So before I get started, the hardest part of this exam is really thinking on whether or not you want the Discord Moderator badge, because it's like a symbol dictating that you are a virgin for life. Regardless, I'm going to continue and click next because I've already accepted that. So when we start, we get this wonderful contact information, and this is quite important because if you fill out the wrong contact information, then you're giving someone else the virginity for life badge. So generally speaking, your username, you need to include your number. So usually, I add my username, no kids, no wife. So the most important step here is adding your user ID. Now you could type in random numbers because Discord will probably figure out what account is yours just by tracking your information, finding your house location, going to you in person, knocking on your door, and threatening to kill you. However, if you want to do it in the easy way, all you need to do is go to your user settings. Then we need to scroll down to one of these options that I already forgot. It's advanced, enable developer mode. Then you have to talk in some channel. Now this is probably the hardest part because I hate talking on Discord. So I'm just going to type some random stuff. I'm going to right click on my name and click copy ID. And once that's done, we can paste it right in, and that's my user ID. Now, here's a very important question. Discord is asking me if I am currently 18 years old or older. Now, I don't know about you, but if you don't meet these requirements, just click yes anyways. So this is kind of like a job application where they ask you like, oh, are you willing to travel across the world for no pay? Just always say yes, because it'll just give you a better chance of being chosen. And in the worst case, if they ever confront you, just call them bigots and sue them. And at least you'll actually get some sort of pay by being a Discord moderator. Now, these next two prompts here are quite long and you need to read a lot, so it's going to be a little difficult for me to actually pay attention. But what communities have I managed and for how long? I managed the best community on Discord. This community was the community that most people except you have been on. You really are missing out on this excellent community. I managed it very long. So whenever you answer a question, you really want to make sure you answered every part of the question. So what communities have you managed and for how long? And the rest of the stuff here just doesn't exist, so ignore it. Now next up, please list which Discord servers you've managed and moderated before. Include the name and server ID. And if I'm currently that's too much reading. I've managed every single server on Discord and even Gilded. The ID is between 0 and 1 with a lot of zeros. Regarding the servers in the previous question, it doesn't really matter what the question says. There's just a lot of check marks and check every single one. And for other, I'm just going to put something that made Discord excited. Once they were talking about NFTs, so an NFT scam server, I think they'd be really interested because they love NFT scams. And finally, would I be willing to speak? Yes, I can talk right now. Thank you. Next. So this is where the actual exam happens. That first part was just a pre-screening to figure out whether or not you can comprehend questions and if you can work under pressure, because that was quite scary just entering on all those details. So just like any exam, you should read over the first question and really determine whether or not you're screwed. So which tool would be the best to use when verifying if the roles you've set up have the correct permissions? What am I doing with my life? I'm miserable. So with this question, it's actually quite easy. If you have no idea what to do, all you need to do is just scroll through and look for something with roles. Now I've kind of given up, so I'm going to look at the answers, and now there are a whole bunch of YouTube videos, but I don't feel like watching a YouTube video inside of a YouTube video because that's kind of illegal or something. Well, that was a useless website, so now I'm on Quizlet. Alright, so instead of trying to cheat, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in the future and figure out the exam answers, and I'm going to come back in time and actually get the correct one. So view server as role. Which of the following steps should be taken when handling a difficult situation on your server? All of the above is usually, a pretty good answer. Also, if you didn't notice, I have no idea what I'm talking about. So if you're trying to copy my answers, well, you've come to the wrong video. Watch one of the ones I Googled just a couple seconds ago. The most difficult thing about this exam is some of the questions just don't make any sense and are quite stupid. Like, why would you want to allow sensitive topics on your server? Believe it or not, most people on Discord are incapable of having a normal human conversation while keeping their emotions in check. So I'm going to leave this one blank. And here's the thing, right? You don't have to get all the answers right. You just have to know what you're talking about. And even if my answers are wrong, I'll just ban Discord from my server and they'll never be able to go on it again. So question number 7, this one's quite difficult and I just wanted to highlight it just so no one gets it wrong. You planned a community event for your server and no one shows up or the turnout is lower than expected. What do you do? Now, most people might say like, hey, why didn't you join my event? Or they're trying to think about, why did my event fail? Well, the real answer is just ban or warn the users who said they would come but didn't follow through. Those people aren't your real friends. And if you want to have a cool Discord server, you need to have as many cool friends on it as possible. Like with my real life friends, whenever we have an event, everyone who says they're going to come will come. And I mean COME, by the way. For the people who don't follow through, well, we murder them. Sorry, David, but it was the way it had to be, you know. You said no, we dismembered you, buried you in the backyard. I mean, what else is there to really say, right? Number 8, just look for business words, high conflict person management. Which of the following subreddits? I believe Reddit, it doesn't exist. It's a fake thing that's set up by the government to try and track people for their cringe. So I'm leaving it blank. Now, number 10, which of these tools would be the most useful when attempting to determine which none? There's a lot of words in here, but like, when would you tell if someone doesn't speak English on your server? And generally speaking, none of these answers make any sense. Audit logs, server insights, voice channels, and roles. I mean, it's not hard, you just look in the text channel. So the answer's not in here, I'm going to leave it blank once again. Number 13, it says none of the above or all of the above. You just click on that answer. Trust me, works every single time you do an exam. Number 14 is talking about mod applications. As someone with a massive Discord server of 5 billion people, it's all about friendship. Number 15, none of the above. Someone was banned, make them pay to get back in the server. It's just easy peasy way of making money on Discord. Remember that past server I looked at where if you boost twice, you just don't get banned? Well, this is just a better way of doing it. The money goes into your pockets and not Discord's. Speaking of which, if you got banned on my server, if you PayPal me $100, I will get you right back on the server and pretend nothing happened. That's a joke, by the way. It's $5,000. Number 17 says, which of the following is not a proper method of reporting things to Discord's trust and safety team? Generally speaking, when I have any problems, I just post it on Twitter. It works most of the time. I mean, I cry to YouTube on Twitter. I cry to Duolingo on Twitter. I mean, just positive reinforcement, right? If it works for me, it must work for you. Now, I'm kind of running out of steam for the last 2 questions, so I'm just going to randomly pick stuff and hope it's right. And I'm going to click next. Now, it seems like this academy exam is actually discriminating against me because I need to fill out every single form, despite my opinion being different. So I'm just going to click the top one on each one that has been rejected. Chances are it's probably right anyways. Alright, next. And that's a crash course on how to do the Discord Moderator Academy exam, and I can guarantee you right now that I actually am a Discord certified moderator because look, I have this badge. It's not photoshopped at all, I promise you. This is a legitimate badge on my profile. And I used the answers that I used here. The second I submitted the exam, I got the badge. So that goes to show that I bypassed all sorts of verification and I aced the exam. Now that the exam's over, we can actually finally start doing the studying for the exam. So go to the second link in the description and you'll see moderating on Discord and just read through the basics and the setup and just read through all these modules. And once you read through this, then you'll finally be ready for the Discord moderator exam, which we just took. Wait. That doesn't make any sense. So anyways, if you copy my answers and submit a Discord Moderator Academy exam, just know that I will actually take the badge from your account. I'll either hack into your account or do something more malicious and have a bajillion accounts that are Discord certified moderators. So hopefully all this information was really helpful in teaching you how to become a Discord moderator. Just know like the quick kind of summary of the whole entire lesson is just ban people that annoy you. It's really easy and that'll make it so that your Discord server is filled with cool people, or it's just filled with you and you're a cool person. Anyways, if you want to see a video where I actually use my feet to type out messages to cute e-girls on Discord that are totally not guys, then feel free to like and subscribe. I love you. Goodbye. Mwah.